So Emily, I hear this a lot and I just want clarification on it. Can you explain to me what exactly statutory accounts consist of?
Okay, sure. So it does depend under which standard you're preparing your statutory accounts. Under FRS 102 1A, the minimum information that you need to submit in your statutory accounts consists of a balance sheet, which shows the assets and liabilities of the company, and that will be made up to your last financial year end or period end. Then you will have your accounting policies, which explains the accounting standard that you're following and how it has been applied. So one example of an accounting policy would be depreciation. So it would tell the reader of the financial statements whether or not you're depreciating over 3, 5 years, or you've used a percentage. It would also then include some notes to the accounts. You would have employee numbers is a requirement. Even if you've got no employees, you'd have to state on the accounts that you've got no employees. And then they would give some further information on the balance sheet items. So for example, the financial statements would show what's included within debtors. So how much of the debtor balance is trade debtors versus other debtors, and then amounts due to other parties.
Okay, so who actually has to do statutory accounts then? Is it everybody who has to do it?
So everybody has to, if you're a registered company, you're registered with Companies House, either as a limited company or as an LLP, so that's a limited liability partnership, you have to submit your financial statements to Companies House for each period end. And that includes dormant companies. So even a dormant company will have to submit a set of dormant accounts. The type of accounts you submit will depend largely on the size of your company. So if you're under the micros company regime, you submit micro company accounts. You may also need to submit group accounts. If you're part of a large group, you would have to submit accounts for consolidated accounts for your holding company and all of your subsidiary companies. As well as the statutory minimum financial statements, a lot of companies also will have a set of members' statutory accounts, and they will be used for the shareholders and also could be shared with other interested parties, for example, a bank. And those sets of financial statements will also include a profit and loss account. So that will show all the income and the expenses that the companies had in the financial year or period. And then also have some notes to the profit and loss account with further detail in there.